Hi everybody, Gothic Sugar here. So I have to cancel the Pokemon contest. Some of you probably figured that out already because I haven't been uploading for like a month with like regular hints like I was. So that's a thing. Sorry. Um, I want to do something though, so that's probably going to come later this year, much later this year when I get everything settled that I'm trying to work on for other things. I'm going to be opening commissions instead because I need to open commissions. And I got back into gardening. I was gardening earlier, but it's been so wet where I live that I couldn't really do anything about that. Temperatures were fluctuating way too much, and now that it's getting a bit cooler, I decided I was going to go ahead and put in some cold weather vegetables. So yay! And I found some interdeterminate tomatoes. If you don't know what that is, that means they just put on fruit all the time. So I started those, and those have come up. And last week, that's what I was doing. I was planting for the garden, and I'm looking forward to it. Everything's in pots this year. The only thing I planted this year that wasn't was corn, and I didn't do enough ears. So yeah, it's not like my first one. My first two actually, because this is my third year gardening in this spot that I'm using. So yeah, third year gardening in this spot that I'm using. Last year I did corn, and I got a few. They were pretty nice. And this year I got like two. Well, three. I got 3 corn ears, but I left the other ones in the ground. And the 2 that I took, my nephew snatched from me because he wanted to peel it, but he didn't want to eat it. So, you know, little kids and their hands aren't always, you know. So I was just like, okay. And then he just took it and he kept it. And I'm just like, all right. Thankfully, I had bought some corn a long time ago. Piece of plastic tape. I bought some corn a while ago and I froze it, so, you know, I don't really care. But still, I want to keep my corn. So I got that, and then I got, what else did I put up? That was literally all I put out. No, corn, lettuce, and sunflowers. None of which came up. My reseeds from the vining plant that I have out there, I don't know what it's supposed to be because it came in a pack that said bachelor button. It is not bachelor button. I don't know what it is. So that came out. And after that came up, it took over the yard. So, like, there was a volunteer sunflower. I tried to harvest seeds from that, but based on its location, I can't do that. So I'm just sitting there like, well, gee, can I have anything? So I just let it do what it wanted to do. And instead of worrying about all of that, I started a pot garden, and that sounds wrong. I started gardening in pots. Okay, because I don't partake in that. I started gardening in pots, and now I've got like all the cold weather vegetables. I've got like broccoli. Yeah, I planted broccoli. Broccoli, cauliflower, lettuce. Hold on. I have it written down. I wrote it down because I knew I'd forget. Okay. Yeah, I wrote it on the back of this because it was right there. I planted zucchini, carrots, broccoli, butternut squash, butter crunch lettuce, cosmos, hyssop, cauliflower, red currant tomatoes, and 1 pumpkin because I've never grown a pumpkin before and I'd like to try that. I've grown squash before, but the squash borers got it. They also decided that since they were next to the cucumbers, let's go for those too. So if you ever see your stuff and it's all shriveled up on the inside, and you see like some jelly looking stuff on the outside and it's clear, you got squash vine borers, and they decided they were just going to eat your stuff. I learned that from old Alabama gardener, and it's like, I've never seen half of these insects before, but plant a garden, you'll find them. What is that? But yeah, so that happened, and that was last year's garden, and I was so mad because like it was too late in the season to replant squash, and it got to all of them, like all of them. My cucumbers I was able to save, but my squash was like a no. So now I've got more squash. I'm planting them in pots, and I've got enough time left in the season because of our climate where I should be able to get a good harvest. And when I went looking for seeds, I made sure to get stuff that was like August to September plantings and August to October plantings so that I could go ahead and get them in the ground. And yeah. Also, okay, so when we went to the store, we went to Target and we went to Home Depot. Target had their like garden stuff was like marked down. There was like a big bag of potting soil, and because I went twice. One day I went with my mom, and then because she was looking for something, and so I was like, okay, I'll go with you. And so we get there, and they have like these bags of potting soil that they're putting out. They had a big bag of eco scraps, potting soil, and I overheard them talking. And the lady said it was like $2.59 or something like that for that bag of potting soil. And I was just like, really? And she's like, yeah, you want one? And I said, yes, but I'll be right back because we were going to go to Home Depot and see how much their stuff was, or potentially Lowe's. So we get there, and the value was not there. So I was like, we'll go back tomorrow because my sister wanted to go, and she wants me to help her with her garden because, like I said, I've planted 3 years in the same spot. But this is like my 4th year gardening overall as an adult. So I was like, okay, I'll help you. So we go back, we get that. We get the Eco Scraps plant food, which smells god awful. I just want you all to know that. But a week or two before, I had bought 2 bags of potting soil and 2 bags of manure from Lowe's. And I think Lowe's was actually a little bit cheaper on that than Home Depot was. So I get that, and I mix the 2 together, and I'm putting everything in because I had 2 pomegranate trees that I got from Home Depot because they were going to throw that one out. So I found out that there were 2 in there, and I was like, I need to repot them anyway, and I needed to repot my bell pepper plant. So I put my bell pepper in a bigger pot. I put it in like a 1.5 gallon pot or something like that, and I put the pomegranate trees in 5-gallon buckets. And so doing that, I end up having that other the other plant pot from that, and I use that for sweet potatoes. That I got a whole bunch of stuff going. I love gardening, you guys. So I'm using that for sweet potatoes because my brother had sweet potatoes and he just left them sitting out, and he let me have them, and so I took them, and I'm like, okay. So, like, my family knows, if we have crap, let's give to her. So I go and I get sweet potatoes, and I take them and I use them at home, and that's what I did. And so now that one is producing, and I didn't take the whole sweet potato. I took like a piece of it off, just the piece that had the sprout. I know you can use like the whole sweet potato, but I didn't do that. I took the little sprouts off, and that's what I did. And now it's leafing out, and I'm so happy about that. And I also bought some sweet potatoes that I was going to eat, but now I'm like, maybe I could put them in a bucket and we could see how that goes. I don't know. I like gardening, can you tell? So that's happening. Manure and topsoil mix. I did that in a bucket, and that's what I was doing last Friday with my sister. We were sitting in the driveway just putting everything in pots, and I had like, it sounds like a lot, but it's not a lot. It does. I had, the most that I planted of anything was broccoli. I did 13 little plant pots with broccoli, and they're not even plant pots. Like this cup, picture it about maybe like this much wider and completely clear plastic. So I burned holes in the bottom of those, and I put my mixture in, and then I put some plant food in, and then I put the broccoli in, and they're already coming up now. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, because people who garden are like, and I like, okay, so I've been talking for 9 minutes. Okay, so like on YouTube, I like to watch homestead and gardening videos. And a lot of the people that you'll watch, you're looking at them like, gosh, you're planting so much. What are you doing with all that stuff? My favorite ones being Deep South Homestead, Our Half Acre Homestead, and now I've started watching Lead Farmer 73. So those are the ones that I watch mostly. And then I will put links in the description for some of them. And some of them you can also see on my channels page on here on YouTube. So I also have started watching Homestead Heart. My mom got me subbed to her. Old Alabama Gardener. I've like been subbed to him for a little while now, but I don't watch his videos all the time. However, he has a ton of information. If you want to learn how to garden, go look at him. And we have a similar climate, Homestead Heart, same state as me. Also sub to Appalachian Homestead. I don't watch her as often anymore though. I don't know why. I just haven't watched, like, I'm subscribed to a lot of people. So what you see on my page is like only a handful of people. I'm subscribed to a lot of people and I don't even have time to watch other videos. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm subscribed to all these people, but I am. So I tried to at least come through and watch friends' videos every now and again. Show support. And then the people that I'm definitely learning from, I'll watch their videos. And that's pretty much how that goes. So if you're a friend and I haven't been on your channel for a while, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make my rounds. I'm making my rounds. So yeah. And that's how that goes. And then I am, oh, now I remember what I was going to say. Sorry. I look at people and like with Deep South Homestead, they'll be like, what are you doing with all that food? Because they literally grow what they eat, which is a goal that I've had since I was a little kid. So, but anyway, so they'll ask them that, but you got to remember, one broccoli plant is one broccoli. One cabbage plant is one cabbage. So you plant 3 cabbage plants and you're like, oh, we got a great harvest. Do you eat 3 cabbages in a year? Right? If you plant 1 potato plant, you might get maybe 20 potatoes off of that 1 plant. You eat more than that though. So when I look at gardens and it's like they've only got a little bit here and a little bit there, that's not enough to do what you're trying to do. And I want like a big garden, and I don't want to just garden for me. I want to garden for a lot of people. So that is pretty much what I want to turn a channel into and just start talking about that. And I'm not really going to be showing my garden off because there's plenty of people out there who do that, and I don't know enough to teach everybody and be like, oh, well, you should do this because of that. No, I'm just having fun gardening. That's pretty much what I'm doing. And so that's my channel, but I don't know if that's what I'm going to do. I do know that I have my name picked out. I know that I have my themes picked out and all that other stuff because like this whole Gothic Sugar situation is really ticking me off. But like what can you do? Because it's not even just that one person. It's other people using it too. There are even people using Gothic Sugar art, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I can either be pissed off about it or I can find something else to do. And I also just really enjoy that aspect of it. And it's not like I like monsters and things like that, because I don't. I do not like monsters at all and stuff like that. I know people would assume because of the name. No, that's not what that's about. It's not. So, yeah. And I explained that in a video. I don't like monsters and things. I understand the point of Gothic versus Goth. I get all that. So, yeah. I don't know if I'm putting this video up in its entirety, but if I do, or even if I don't, the takeaway from it is channel is changing and Pokemon contest is canceled. Sorry about that. I'll try to do some other kind of giveaway or something later on this year. And also, for those who might have been wondering what my top 5 favorite Pokemon are, in this order: Lapras, Dragonair, Raichu, Flareon, and Dragonite. Those are my favorites. And I don't know if anyone would have gotten those if I hadn't said it. So, yeah. So I think some of you were close. Some of you were very close. So, or one of you, because only one of you was actually participating, it seemed like. So, yeah, there you go. And thank you. And I will be opening up commissions. They will be pretty inexpensive because at this point, I just want to start bringing in a little bit more income than what I'm making. And I need to buy some new glasses. So, and, start getting all this stuff looked at. I have health insurance through program, but it's only for certain things, and I don't think they're gonna work on that because that is kind of expensive. So my commissions will probably start at, I don't know, like $25 or $30 or something like that, and go all the way up to like 100. Just so I can, kind of start making a dent in that and be able to save up and go get my head checked out, which really sounds really bad when you say it like that. I'm going to get my head examined, but no, seriously, because as we know, I got hit in the head and it was not pleasant, and I've been dealing with the repercussions of that. So yeah. Okay, I've been talking for a while, and now I'm gonna shut up and go write stuff down and sketch stuff, and I've been very bored creatively lately, and I haven't been doing anything, so yeah, I will talk to you all later. I hope your day is going good, and if not, I hope your tomorrow is better. I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.